Evolution of a species. Okay, so really it's about the Earth fighting back against mankind, humankind. And it's a comment really on how we're treating the planet. And I'm not just talking about global warming. I'm talking about the way that we treat the animals, our environment, ourselves, each other. And I just wanted to write something that was hopefully entertaining, hopefully a little scary, but was really had a strong message about what we're doing. So the idea came from a passing comment of a friend of mine who'd said, you know, does it seem to you as well that people just seem to be getting a bit dumber these days? And I'd already sort of had the idea of writing a climate fiction in my head for a while. And I suppose really organically the two just sort of combined, and it seemed to make sense that the way that the Earth could stop our destruction of the planet would be to take away our intelligence. And that's what I started to investigate, because we consider ourselves to be the top predator, the top of the food chain, but actually we can't run very fast. We're not particularly good swimmers or climbers. We don't really have natural weapons such as claws or sharp teeth or things like that, and obviously we can't fly. So really what is it that puts us at the top? What is it that makes us dominate the planet the way that we do? And really it's our intelligence, it's our brains. And so the way that I decided that nature would fight against us and stop us from progressing down the path of destruction that we're on is that it would take away the one thing that allows us to do that, which is to take away our intelligence, and essentially it would devolve us back to a more primitive state. I have a first sort of working draft. It was about 10 months, but to get it to the stage it's at now, it's about a 2.5 year process with all the research that I did with it as well, and character development. There was a lot of research. Devolution is based on the Gaia hypothesis. The Gaia hypothesis suggests that the planet Earth is a single living organism. It's not a rock in space with individual life forms living on it. So what does that mean? Well, human beings are made up of billions of individual cells, but we consider ourselves to be a single entity, a single living animal, if you like. And so the Gaia hypothesis sort of puts forward that that's the same with the Earth. And so I wanted to sort of look into that. I wanted to see what the Earth could do if it wanted to take away our intelligence, if it wanted to put a stop to what we're doing, and how it would achieve that, and how it would go about it, what the mechanics of it would be. Most humans on the planet, if not all, carry some percentage of Neanderthal DNA, because, you know, thousands of years ago when we moved across Europe, we interbred with Neanderthals. And so the premise is that there's a reset switch built into our genome, and when the carbon dioxide levels in the sea reach a certain once that saturation point reaches a certain level, it triggers this reset in our genome, and we start to de-evolve. And of course, as we start to de-evolve, what happens? We stop driving cars, we stop flying aeroplanes, production stops down, factories stop shutting down. Everything that we do that pollutes the planet eventually shuts down and stops. And of course then the planet is then allowed to address itself and rebalance itself, which it's done since its creation and will continue to do so long after we've left. So I chose human Neanderthal hybrids because we all carry this small percentage of Neanderthal DNA in us. And it was something that hadn't been explored before. It's something that hasn't been done before, to my knowledge anyway. And as I said in another interview a while ago, that I tend to write things that I want to read about, that I want to watch, rather than trying to fill a gap in the market. So I think the zombie, the vampire thing's been done and done and done, and I'm sure it'll continue to be done. But I wanted to do something different. I wanted to write something that was more individual, if you like. And that's why I based it from the POV, the point of view of the people that are actually trying to identify what's happening and stopping it, rather than just general members of the public that seem to be caught out by this thing. So that's really why I went down that particular route. Yeah, it is close to my heart, and I think it's close to a lot of people's heart. And I think with the increase in social media now, and we're seeing images of whale sharks wrapped in nets, and the plastic that's in the oceans and on beaches and these kind of things, it's really, really upsetting. It's thought that we've wiped out more species on the planet without even knowing they've existed than we've known has existed. It's thought that there's at least 5 species of animal in the seas yet to be discovered that are at least the size of a great white shark and possibly even bigger. And it terrifies me, the thought of what we would do with them if we ever found them. How could we exploit them? What products could we take from them? So it is, yeah, I think it is a subject that's close to my heart, and I think that a lot of more people are thankfully now becoming aware of it. Whether that's too late, yet is to be seen, I guess.